Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Joyceinator. So today I'm starting my first ever video series, and I'll get to that in a second, but last week I forgot to do my weekly shoutout, so I'm going to do two of those real quick first. First up, we have Chokienorris. Chokie is a slayer for Solid Armor Gaming's UMG team, and he just started YouTubing, so he could use some help getting his channel off the ground. He's a great player and a nice funny guy, so definitely check him out. My other shoutout today goes out to Victor Kip Duce Dantzson. Duce is a great guy, and I have a lot of fun playing with him. He uploads a lot of cool gameplay videos and brings his own flair to the table. If you've watched my most recent montage, or if you watch my next Funny Moments video, you'll hear Duce offering his 2 cents on what I'm doing throughout them. Now, about this series, there's a lot of stuff that I realize frustrates me, and honestly, I don't know if I can handle some of it anymore. And I don't mean just like frustrate me, I mean absolutely drive me completely psycho. And I've been making videos for a while and looking to make one on this topic, but I've just been putting it off, and I think the time has come. So, ever since I moved to my current city, I've had a serious issue with a lot of the drivers here, and the fact that so damn many of them should not have a driver's license. Why? Because half the people in this city don't understand how to use a friggin' stop sign. Like, I don't know what it is. I thought this was one of the basic things that they taught you in driver's ed. At least it was when I went through it, and that was like 5 years ago, so I'm pretty sure it's still a thing. So we all know how a stop sign works. You pull up to the intersection, you stop, where the stop sign says stop, right? And then you wait and you see if anyone else was there first. And if they were there first, they get to go first, right? Okay, so what happens in my city is I pull up to a stop sign, I watch this dumb motherfucker pull up to the left of me, stops, looks right at me, and right as I start to try to go, slams on his gas pedal. And this happens like 2, 3, 4 times a week here. I don't even leave my house that much. I leave my house if I have to go to class or if I have to go to work, and that's about it. I don't get out much. So it's not like I'm having a ton of stop sign interactions. There's 2 stop signs on my road between my house and my school, and ironically enough, the same number between my house and work. So I really don't know why this is such an issue when I only have like 4 stop sign interactions a day, if that. And especially because, like, I'll almost get T-boned. Like, half these people will see me stopped at the intersection and just drive right through it. Like, it's a stop sign. It's legally binding you to stop at that intersection. It's not that hard. You come up, you stop, you wait for someone else to go, and then you go on your merry way. Like, a lot of the traffic, especially like when I'm on my way home from school and work, comes from the left of my intersection. So like I pull up to it, and most of the traffic is coming from the left. Even if we get there at the same time, I'm on the right-hand side, which gives me, as a driver, the right of way. That's driving etiquette 101, legally binding. So I don't understand this. Like they're driving down this road, you know, jerking off or listening to, you know, some dubstep shit or something. I don't know what they're doing. And they see me standing at this intersection in my car, right? I'm sitting there just kind of standing still. And they're like, oh, I see this guy stopped here. I'm just going to fly right through it. And some of the time, like, I'm already in the intersection, and they're just like, oh, I'm going to not stop. Like, when I first moved here, it was like on a weekly basis, I would almost get T-boned 2 or 3 times because people in this city do not understand how to use stop signs. And I'm sick of it. Like, that's my life. That's my car. I really like my car. I'd like to keep it in one piece. I'd like to hang on to it for a long time. It's a nice car. So, I don't know. Like, some of these people are driving, like, Mercedes or Beamers, and they just don't care that there's a car there, and they just blaze right through it. And I don't understand that path of logic. Maybe some of you can help me out in the comments on this one, but I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Talk to me. But the reason I decided to make this video today, and it's funny, has nothing to do with the stop sign. It actually has to do with the traffic light. Now, most of the time I lived here, I assumed that people only had issues with stop signs and that they could handle traffic lights perfectly fine, because I'd never really had a major issue at a traffic light except in like the middle of a blizzard in January. So I understood, it's whatever. But I'm here at this stoplight on my way to work, and I have a yellow blinking arrow, which means that I have to yield to oncoming traffic. So being the responsible driver that I am, I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for traffic to pass. Well, I see the oncoming traffic slowing down, which means the light's about to turn red for them and for me too. So if I'm going to turn, I got to go now or my ass is going to be late for work. So I start pulling out and I get into the intersection. While I'm in the intersection, the light turns red and the crossways traffic gets a green light. Well, I'm still in the intersection. I'm moving through. I'm pulling through. This car slams on its gas and starts blaring its fucking horn at me. Like, I'm in the middle of the intersection. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm sitting here. There's nothing that you honking your horn at me is going to change about the fact that I am pulling through the intersection and that I had a legal right to do that, considering I started moving on a yellow flashing light, technically speaking. Regardless of whether or not that was the case, you have to wait until the intersection is clear for your car to move. It's a law of the government and a law of physics. Simple as that. So I really don't know what more you want of me at this point. Like, I'm sitting here in the intersection pulling through. I'm not sitting here. I'm just pulling through, minding my own business. You gotta blare your horn at me to let you know that you don't think I should have exercised my legal right to get to work on time by going through an intersection on a yellow flashing arrow. Like, really? Trying to run into me and blaring your horn at me is going to solve anything? You're just upset because you had to wait an extra second, maybe two, before you could pull through your intersection? Like, are you serious right now? There's no one behind you. It's literally just you in the intersection trying to get through. And you can't wait an extra second for me to go through on a legal left turn? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's just driving me absolutely psycho right now. Seriously, that's probably why it's called this. I'm being driven psycho. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that there's something that has to change. And I realize it's not just like this in my city. It's like this all over the place. But it's been especially problematic where I'm at. You know, for the past year or so, I've been dealing with people not knowing how to use stop signs and the occasional stoplight incident, and I need it to stop before I get put in the hospital or before my car gets put in the shop, because I can't afford to pay for that, right? And, like, I get that they have to have insurance to cover for that stuff, but I was in an accident a year ago where it wasn't my fault at all, but technically because of where my car was, I had to take legal fault for it, even though the other girl was speeding and hit me when I was stopped at an intersection. So, you know, it's stupid stuff happens, and I really can't afford to get a new car right now, so this just needs to not be a thing right now. I can't handle getting hit at an intersection because people don't know how to use a stoplight, and people don't know how to use a stoplight sign, and I'm sick of dealing with all of these bad drivers in my city. That's all I have to say about this today, though. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like rating. It's always appreciated. Comment down below and let me know about some of the stupid stuff that happens when you're driving and you have to deal with other drivers. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it a lot. It helps me really stay encouraged to keep putting out new content. And let me know what you think of the series. I'd really appreciate hearing what you guys have to say about it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.